Welcome to midweek edition of Breakdown Newspaper Review on 32 FM 94.9. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. We are here to serve you the stories as contained in major newspapers across the country today.
Good morning to you. I am OLUTAYO. OGUNADE. Welcome to your morning tonic. I have the Guardian newspaper here. I have Premium Times, Daily Trust is on the table, and also the Nation newspaper.
With me, Daily Post newspaper, the Nigerian Tribune, and Punch newspaper. Ty, before we go into the headlines yesterday, we saw a viral video of Macron. He got himself slapped. I don't know the frustration of those people. Advanced countries, they vex. A whole president. That young dude just slapped the president. I don't know what the frustration could be, but I know that won't happen in Nigeria. In fact, the president won't be very close to the people as such. But what could have been, what could have provoked that slap?
I mean, maybe he does not like his party, obviously. He's an anti-Macron kind of person.
And if he is anti-Macron, then he should just wait for another election time to switch.
But definitely not to slap a president.
Sometimes I don't understand how these white people think. Let's switch places. Let them come to Nigeria. Let's go to France and let's see how things happen.
All right, so with
we
all the
endure a lot of
benefit and development in France, he shouldn't have reacted that way. What if he found himself here in Nigeria?
He would have died long, long time ago. All right, headlines from the Daily Post newspaper. Residents, Daily Post here. Yeah. Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu reacts as Northern elders beg for Southeast to break out from Nigeria. Scrapping NYSC will lead to high crime rates. Riwa wants Buhari. And power, Nigerian government updates batch C applicants in next actions. BPP DG asks lawmakers to make laws to regulate birth date in Nigeria. Twitter ban, Buhari fighting against God. Bishop Adeoye. Igangan attack. I am responsible. It will not happen again. Makinde tells Ibarapa residents. June 12, deal with whoever threatens our security. IGF police issues order. North Central must produce Buhari's successor to reward Abdulsalam Babangida Gowon. NCPF. El Zaki has spent 2,000 days in detention. Release him. IMN tells Buhari. Twitter. Ertom dares federal government. Tweets says ban illegal. I didn't know where TB Joshua's power came from. Rena Mokri. And Cross River, Governor Ayade sacks another commissioner. Igangan killings. You are beating drums of war. Northern groups attack Gani Adams. Akwa Ibom Varsity lecturers defy no work, no pay threat. Insists strike continues. Igbo groups blame Buhari, Northern elders for Nigeria's deteriorating insecurity. And the U.S. imposes visa ban on officials, causing havoc in Cameroon. Rowdy session as rep members walk out of plenary over Twitter ban controversy. This and more are contained in the papers. Daily Post today.
From The Guardian, I can't guarantee security in Imo, says Uzodima. I can't guarantee security in Imo, says Uzodima. Lagos resident laments delayed repair of burnt airport bridge. U.S. mission Nigeria prioritizes student visa appointment, says Tula. Some more from The Guardian. Super Eagles Austria winless jinx continues hold indomitable Lions to goalless draw. Africa's COVID-19 vaccination drive suffers setback as Nigeria gets $900 million health grant. Save nation from total collapse. NC front begs Gawan others. Let's see. FG talks tough. Insists Twitter ban is indefinite. To get Nigeria right, we need a truly federal constitution, says Adeniro. Anambra 2021, why everyone wants a piece of Valentine Ozigbo. Still from The Guardian. Let's go to the business side now. How graft of seaport fails Nigeria's power rating on Global Corruption Index. Tackling insecurity in the Gulf of Guinea with GOG MCF shade. 15.8 million subscribers lose telephone lines to ban on SIM registration in Q1.
All right, from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, while we should adopt 1963 Constitution, Olanipwe concern, Igangan killings, mayhem will be the last of such. Makinde Reps to probe legality of government's ban on Twitter. Tell IGP to go after perpetrators of Igongo killings. Serap, 176 Nigerians take Buhari government to ECOWAS court. Insecurity, over 61,000 Nigerian schools vulnerable. I alone can't guarantee security in Imo. Uzodima. ASUP concludes referendum may suspend 2-month-old strike today. Agunoloye Naba, Utomi, Ezekwesili, others regroup. And father of 8 children among kidnapped Niger pupils begs government to pay ransom. Senate amends NIPO's bill, strips agency of power to obtain loan. Those are headlines from the Nigerian Tribune.
Let's see some more from Daily Trust. I am not behind attacks in Igogo. Evicted Sakin Fulani. FCTA needs 2.6 billion naira to fix vandalized public utilities. Minister. Firms accuse development control orders of illegal demolition. Abaji fire. Victims get financial support. Twitter ban. Don't access social media via VPN. APC warns Nigerians. Someone like Mohammed over Twitter ban. Confusion as websites of UK government major media outlets are down. Abia markets on fire. Trader shot dead. Secession agitation. Northern elders flay Igbo leaders. Lack of consensus. Federal government loses 50% vehicle import duty levies to smugglers. Report. Sanwo-Olu to smoke out criminals from abandoned buildings. French president slapped in public. Markets, shops short in Akoko to mourn TB Joshua.
From the Punch newspaper, TB Joshua family meets over burial. Senate mourns. Residents flee as troops invade IPOB security networks camp in Imo. 200 fresh Nigerian doctors in UK swell list to 8,384. Immigration warns racketeers as passport portal reopens. Oji Kalu warns Southeast violence masterminds, recalls 1967 genocide. Amotekun will carry AK-47 if federal government approves license. Makinde Akeredolu advocates homegrown strategies against insecurity, boosts Amotekun capacity. Mbaka waits in vain as DSS fails to show up with summons. Igogo attack will never happen again in Oyo. And police fleeing kidnappers in Kaduna rescue 5 victims. Buhari service chiefs, others meet. Uzodima blames opposition again. Twitter ban violation. Can once as AGF vows to try Adeboye VIP offenders.
All right, we go on a short break. We will be back.
Home. There's something about it. From the feeling of peace and serenity.
Bros. Why so deep? Home is anywhere the Airtel home broadband is. That's all.
Enjoy more data than before on Airtel Home Broadband. Get a router for 25,000 naira with up to 160 gigabyte and a MiFi for 12,000 naira with up to 55 gigabyte. Reliable home broadband by Airtel, the smartphone network.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 081 68 73 7222.
As the best man, I'd like to give a toast. But first, I have a few things to say. The money they are spraying the couple is reducing. It seems some people have rubbed glue under their shoes to pack it.
Clearly, he's been watching Comedy Nights or maybe My Siblings and I on Africa Magic Urban, DSTV channel 153. Now, you too can get inspired by our local entertainment. Get a HD decoder, dish, plus 1 month DSTV compact subscription for only 18,600 naira. Because great stories start on DSTV.
Give me my Kellogg's, world's #1 cereal. I love my Kellogg's, world's #1. Give me my Kellogg's, world's #1 cereal. I love my Kellogg's, world's #1. Kellogg's, #1. Kellogg's is world's #1.
Enjoy the world's #1 cereal, Kellogg's today.
As a child, I already know what I will become. As a kid, I already know that I am a star. As young as I am, every child dream is valid with Adron Homes.
Yes, with Adron Homes Young Landlord product, every child can become a landlord today. Buy a plot of land for your child and enjoy up to 20, 40, or 50% discount with 6 to 36 months payment plan. That's not all. You get lots of free giveaways like school bags, provisions, free meal voucher at the Place Restaurant, Domino's, or Chicken Republic, and many more freebies. For more inquiries, call these numbers:
08167552420 or 09020475116.
Every child dream is valid with Adron Homes.
This is what you hear on Sunday.
You were beautiful.
This is what happens before Sunday.
Where are the teams? One more slip up and you are out. Do you understand? It's rehearsal time, everybody. Where's my dress?
Watch Countdown to Showtime, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the intense rehearsals, painful setbacks, and all the drama as the contestants battle for the ultimate prize on Nigerian Idol. Countdown to Showtime, only on Showmax.com.
FM 94.9.
Welcome back, 32 FM 94.9, Break of Dawn, newspaper review, studio time check, 16 minutes past 6 from us here. Austin Odomo joins us on the program. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Tayo.
My name is Tayo Ogunade.
Morning, Austin.
And Dele Adeyanju is here.
Thank you for joining us.
All right, Austin Odomo, where do we start from?
We have divergent views about the Twitter ban. I think the reps are saying that they want to deliberate on it and see the legality or the illegality of it.
Something here
APC
from APC
is talking about
has alerted Nigerians of the many risks involved in accessing content, especially social media using the virtual private network VPN. It said it is vulnerable to heinous activities of criminal hackers who can steal data and money in bank accounts. The secretary of the APC Kerka Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, Senator John James, in a statement on Tuesday, cautioned legitimate private and public entities operating in the country to avoid the many dangers of exposing themselves to cyber crimes through the use of VPN, which it said was not adequately secured. Dele, you saw that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes, APC as a political party coming out to advise Nigeria. I think it's more of a case of covert empty, which has to say that buyers should beware. I think what APC should do at this time is to advise their government, is to advise the president on a swift reversal of the ban of Twitter for so many reasons. For reputational issue outside the country, the way they portray us, the way they view our image across the country. So if you look at it, you discover that what the party should do is not to advise Nigeria at this particular point in time. So what I feel so strongly is that let this issue be resolved for the common good and for the interests of the entire country. Because if you look at it, of course, the VPN is not so secure. That is the truth of the matter. Because if you are used to technology, you know that in terms of the risk of hacking and security of some of the informations and data that could be posted on that particular through that particular medium, is not so secure for the users. However, I think the party lacks the moral right to begin to advise Nigeria at this particular point in time. I could also be aware that the president never consulted the party before any decision is taken, unlike during the days of the Obasajos of this world, the PDP. They will have to first of all sit at party level to take decisions that will affect the nation and what have you.
Does President Buhari consult about his party before taking decisions?
I don't think so. I don't think so. From his first time, we have clearly seen that the president will do another thing that is entirely different from what the party could have done.
Is it because of the conspiracy theory that he was trying to sideline the ACN and just stick to his CPC caucus?
Of course, that is obvious. It's no longer like a rumor or what have you. Right from the days of his first administration, first tenure in office, he has always done that consistently to ensure that every other bloc that produces the government that came together at that time to bring up the APC, they are not reckoned with except the bloc that belongs to the CPC. Because the whole idea of the merger was that CPC will be in charge of the government, which will produce the president, while party like ACN, who contributed the most at that particular point in time, will be in charge of the party. But as we have seen today, both the party and the government is in the hands of the elements within the from the CPC.
Yeah.
So that is the way it works.
And now the North Central People's Forum, that's a group from that part of the country, are saying that the North Central must produce Buhari's successor to reward Abdulsalam Babangida and Gawon. So I don't know what they're rewarding them for.
I don't know what they are rewarding them for, because if you look at the Council of State meeting today, anytime the Council of State is going to meet, you find people from the North Central, Abdulsalami, Babangida from the same state. I think there's another former Chief Justice of the country at that time from Niger State too. Then we have General Yakubu Gowon being on that particular list for the meeting. So I don't know what they mean. If they have population, they can contest. If they have the population, if they have the support, they come. It's not by whipping up sentiment and say North Central is also part of the North. The agreement based on rotation is that it will rotate between North and South, not within. If it's coming from the North and it gets to, if it's coming from the Northwest, then it stops at North Central. Why didn't we also advocate for the same position when we wanted Jonathan to go? Which will have also said, oh, from South, let it go to Southeast. So that would be like injustice on one hand. So for me, if they have the population...
Is this a written law?
Of course, it's not a written law. It's just an understanding, a gentleman understanding that can foster peace.
For which party? The PDP or the APC?
PDP started it. You understand? APC also PCK into it. So many people would have supported Buhari. Those who supported Buhari within the APC in 2015 would have done so. They felt that, oh, it is high time power move to the north. So for me, it is like playing to the gallery to say that, oh, rotation does not really matter. It's competence that matters. There are always competent people from every section of the country. So let us not deceive ourselves. Rotation matters. When PDP brought it at that time, it worked smoothly, because what it does is that it will bring agitation down. Just for example, when Obasanjo was about completing his 8 years in office, then the argument will come and say, rotation does not really matter. Let's take it to South-South, Abi South-East. No, it doesn't really work like that, because whether the constitutional state is or not, what of the geopolitical zone?
Morally speaking, where should it go 2023?
Of course, it should come to the South. First of all, to the South. Then the South will now decide whether the Southeast will get it. Because if you ask me, within my heart, I will tell you that morally speaking, it should go to the southeastern part of the country. Let the Igbos produce the next president. But that, like I said, cannot also be achieved by fiat. It has to also be done with a lot of politicking and what have you. So it is not just enough to say, look at the geopolitical zone, for example. There is nothing like geopolitical zone in the constitution. They are imaginarily created. That's the truth of the matter, and we work with them. if there is no geopolitical zone and North Central is coming up to say that, oh, and let's do away with zoning, we need to be supported for president as a reward.
Just like
As a reward for what?
Some funny elements are trying to smuggle a president and presidency into a lexicon. You know, this is something that we do not understand. People that we do not elect are, you know,
calling the shots
looming
now.
so large in the scheme of things in this country, and we shouldn't allow this to. In fact, we shouldn't even help them populate, you know, this funny formula that they're trying to foist on us now. This is just what I feel. What do you feel, Austin?
Of course, that is the way it should be. We have found out, especially under this administration, that consistently people that were never even part of the campaign, that we didn't even know before the government came on board, are the ones speaking for the government. They will come out to take decisive action, and nothing happens to them. That is why people continue to come and say, what is the difference between the president and the presidency?
I cannot guarantee security in Imo, says Uzodinma.
Yes, if he says that he needs synergy in terms of cooperation from all critical stakeholders, even the federal government, I agree with him. He is elected to provide security for his people. The idea that governors are chief security on paper, of course, that is what the law says, but you still have to find a way around it based on the peculiarity within your domain to provide security for your people. As it is today across the country, it looks as if Abuja is helpless. That is why we are saying that we need to domesticate civil policing in our state across the country, which will give birth to the idea of state policing. Let state be in total control of their policing system in such a way that they determine the modus operandi in terms of logistics operation of the police, because the constitution as it is today states that there shall be a Nigeria police force. And if we are going to ensure that state police evolve, it means that we are going to tinker with that section of the constitution. Of course,
some say the real issue in that state is making the man, you know, who scored, you know, 96,000 votes, and that placed him on number 4 position in the election, making him the number 1 man in that state. That is the root cause of the issues we are experiencing in Imo.
That is just political, Tayo. I beg to disagree. In Zamfara State too, the party that never dreamt of winning, PDP has never won election in Zamfara. The case in contention in Zamfara was the governorship seat, APC versus APC. But Supreme Court went ahead to rule that both state houses of assembly, national assembly position should be given to the opposition party. Look at the case in Bayelsa too. A particular political party won with a major landslide. That is not my issue. We have had situations where Supreme Court have helped to make people governors, senators in the past. That is not the issue. Let's look at the character of the person involved. That is another thing. The character of Hope Uzodinma. What about his antecedent? The idea of
not many people know. Tell us.
The idea of chasing Okorocha should come to an end. Let him focus on governance. If he has a part, of course, like I said we know his past. We know what he has done in Imo State. Before now, that has also been like a running battle between him and Okorocha when Okorocha was the governor.
It was like a non-state actor.
Oh, you understand? He almost got jailed when he issued a dot check. Can you remember? 200 million for a fake contract. So let's look at the character of Hope Uzodinma. Let us not continue to vilify Supreme Court because of that judgment. Because Supreme Court has also helped to make some other people governors, and their state are peaceful. So Uzodinma should do everything within his power, galvanize support from political actor in that particular state. Do you know the song that is currently singing? That, oh, I know those who are behind the security in my state. Killings are politically motivated. For how long are you going to continue that way? If federal government will tell you that, I know those who are causing security in the country. Or your state government will tell you that, I know those who are causing security in the state. And at the end of the day, when they want to talk, they point accusing figure to opposition. You have the power within the law to deal with any element that want to make the state ungovernable for you. That is the way it should go. So Hope Uzodinma should sit up, call critical stakeholders. If there are issues with IPOP, manage the situation and ensure that the state become relatively peaceful, because the wanton destruction of major infrastructure properties in Imo State is uncalled for. Because
Austin,
after this time out, we are going to live with it forever.
Austin, coming back to Oyo State, Sheyi Makinde asked to be held responsible for what happened in Igongo over the weekend.
Yes, I agree with him. That is one of the hallmark of purposeful leadership. First of all, take responsibility. Because the governors too have not done enough on the Igongo crisis. It is not just enough to chase the people away from Igongo. You know, that was the step Igboho took that time, and we call him non-state actor. And at the end of the day, the governor actually tried by deploying, ensuring that massive security personnel were deployed to that area. But you know, our problem in the country is just like fighting the war against insurgency. When we capture a place momentarily, then after some time, we relapse.
We go to sleep.
Yes, we go to sleep. We think all is well, not knowing that these people that you thought you have chased away, they are laying ambush. They are within the corners. They are looking for a particular point in time where you will lose guard or be off guard to strike. That was what happened in the case of Igogon. So the governor, by coming out to say, hold me responsible, I love that.
But do you know that
now let
even
him ensure that the people are better secure in that area.
even if the guards are there for 5 years, vendetta is always served cold.
See, I understand the issue of reprisal. We should have seen this coming, that these people, they will not let go. Have you seen any statement from the presidency?
No.
I've not read any. I don't know whether you have gotten any. On the Shasha crisis, the IGP deployed special forces with a surveillance helicopter. Can you remember? So what is going on? That means the president and some people still believe that, oh, I have some people. Meanwhile, what should be is that once you are elected the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the whole country becomes your constituency. So these are the issues. We have issues of biases here and there. So what I'm saying is that let the governor do more by ensuring that the people are protected. The idea of security operative being selective in decision taking and what have you is no longer acceptable. Let us evolve local operation in terms of indigenous security system to tackle the issue. I also agree, the governor spoke at a forum yesterday that IGP, through the federal government, through the IGP, should allow the Amoteku operative to bear harm, that he will procure arms and ammunition for them. Because it's also very strange for people with sophisticated weapon, AK-47, and you say you are Amoteku operative with day gun to attack them. So even if we have all the security operative on ground, what can they do?
Well, what we know that they can do here is you may not have AK-47. There's a way they can make the guns, not to function.
Just my thoughts.
It will hang.
Yes.
Austin, we know some of this,
Which is traditional method.
Tayo,
that is allowed.
Why did we?
That is when you are alert. Somebody painted the picture of that Igongo scenario when men were asleep. Somebody said, some people will have slept. They are not prepared for it. Look at the case in Borno sometimes ago. The new weapons that we bought were in the barrack. But because these people came unaware,
suddenly,
the sophisticated weapon that could be like a game changer couldn't really help the situation. Do you know what happened at the end of the day? The insurgents succeeded in cutting away some of these weapons.
The equipment will not operate themselves.
They can't operate themselves. You need to look at even for security operative, you need to look at the way we do when there's riot. You see policemen here and there. They will be gallant. They will be at alert. First day, second day, third day, maybe rolling over to the following week. You see them relapsing. Some of them will major in minor. They will do some other things that are not their primary assignment. I don't want to mention it, but some of you know. You understand? So the Gogon issue was a case of people losing guard. They never expected at that particular point in time that they could come in. The locals too also tried. Because if not for the effort of the local, the fatality would have been more than that.
Sheyi Makinde promised that it will never happen again.
Let's hope so. The other time the governor promised that it will never happen, and it has repeated itself. Let's ensure that we look at the possibility of this issue not happening. Let the governor walk the talk, not just saying it. Whatever we can do, let's deploy Amotekun. Let's also integrate the local vigilante into this scheme, because they will provide local intelligence. They are familiar with the terrain and what have you. Let them go to the hinterland, and at the end of the day, we'll be able to nip this crisis in the bud. We all hope that this will never repeat itself again, because we can't continue to have a situation where we have our people killed in cold blood.
Hi, Austin. June 12 is coming, and there are circulations all around about something happening June 12, some people grouping, violence, and all that. There are so many threats. And in fact, I get a lot of these things on my phone. And somebody even called me yesterday that you are supposed to be a press man. When you get this information, you send them to me. Why should I send fake news to you? Even if it's going to be real, why should I hit up the polity?
But I've not heard of, any, excuse me, purported violence. What we've only heard of is, rally, people going to, go on rallies that day.
When we talk about rallies, we know how these things
and
end.
We also know that constitutionally speaking, there is nobody has criminalized. The law allows rallies.
Yes.
All right. As long as you have
rally and
civil protest. As long as you carry.
Is still within the confines of the law. In short, by law, you don't even need police permission to go on such a rally.
The IGP has issued an order that deal with whoever threatens our security. And when the statements come, we know what it means.
That's on June 12th.
Yes.
June 12th. When we return from this commercial break, we look at the story.
iléeṣẹ́ Novesola wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún ọ pé tòjò tẹ̀rùn gbogbo àkókò ńlẹ̀ dá ádámà nílò náà yàtọ̀ sí náà dògán tá a fi ń sun bọ̀ọ̀lì lábàá oko àgàgà iná sólà tó ń gbàgbára láti inú òrùn tó bá gbọ́ Novel sólà ní ó tẹ̀lé iléeṣẹ́ Novesola wọ́n ti wà ní sẹpẹ́ fún pèsè àwọn èròjà sólà lẹ́lẹ́kàǹkà inverter solar panels and batteries solar kit láti tanná láti charge battery gbọ́ rédíò kọrin jẹ̀gbádùn àti láti tanná ẹlẹ́yin bíi 2 sí 3 solar fan tó ń gbé fan láti tanná sùn dẹ́kun ẹ̀fọn amáranini ṣokùnfà àìsàn ibà solar floodlight fàyíká ilégbèé àtòpópónà fúnṣẹ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ solar freezer láti ṣe nǹkan jíjẹ mímu lọ́jọ́sí kómi síta fún oníbàárà solar CCTV camera ẹlẹ́yinjú àsáfàbò nílé iṣẹ́ àtọ́fíìsì solar water heater tí somi tútù ní gbígbóná solar water pump tó lè fami gòkè ní kànga energy saving appliances DC bulb DCTV DC fan tó ń gbàgbára náà sára bẹ́ẹ̀ làkànṣe solar product wà fún dókítà lecturers farmers tailor àtàwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù káríkárí Novesola kan náà ń lo kájú ẹ̀ kàn sí wọn bó rajà lólùléeṣẹ́ wọn tó wà ní Akíndélé plaza ìdójúkọ Adamasingba stadium Mọ́kọ́lá Ìbàdàn tàbí lẹ́ka iléeṣẹ́ wọn tó bá súnmọ́
081-8776-6005.
Novesola ló mójútó solar.
The lights are on and the stage is set for the next music sensation. Who will be the next Nigerian idol? Watch the live performances every Sunday at 7 p.m. and keep your favorite contestant only by voting. Vote via SMS by texting VOTE and your favorite contestant's number to 32053. Each SMS costs 30 naira. You can also vote for free on the website africamagic.tv/Nigerian Idol or get a woof votes by downloading the My DSTV or My GoTV app for more voting power. Keep your fave in the game. Voting starts on Sundays and ends Wednesdays. Nigerian Idol, sponsored by Techno Mobile and Biggie Drinks.
ṣòfẹ́ mọ̀dí bí mo ṣe ń dábìí ẹ̀dùn òbí òwe health concern global consult and multilevel marketing cooperative investment credit society limited tó jalagbàtà fún gbogbo àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe herbal food supplement nílẹ̀ òkèèrè làṣírí ibẹ̀ bí wọn náà bá fẹ́ lè ra tó péye tó wọ́n sì tún máa rogún sápò rẹ̀ lọ́nà tó lẹ̀ jí tì tó sì máa gbàdá 10% sí 15% lórí owó tó fi dókòwò lóṣooṣù láì kiri ọjà tàbí múrì fara wa ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ dókòwò papọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti bá a dókòwò papọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ máa gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tẹ́ fi kópa nínú ìdíje yìí kó toríire tí ó wáyé lọ́jọ́ kejì oṣù kẹwàá ọdún tá a wà yìí níbi tẹ́ ti fọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ ìrìnàjò sí Dubai lọ́ọ̀tìlẹ̀ kan níbi sẹ́mẹ́ntì gbẹdọ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀kadà jẹnẹrétọ̀ fìríjì àtètò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ọlọ́dún kan fáwọn ọmọ wa ṣèfàjẹ́ àjọ tó ń rí sí ìyíkoto ìdíje oríire buwọ́lu ètò yìí kàsílẹ̀ iṣẹ́ health concern lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́ epo MRS ní kọjá Bishop Phillips Academy Ìwòrò Ìbàdàn àti ní Stanbic Bank Building Niger West Area Challenge Ìbàdàn pé 090-5000-4816 090-5000-4816 health concern sọ ìlera dọ̀rọ̀.
Hey, why did you put it in the pot like that? You're supposed to break it first.
Says who? This is how I cook my pasta. Besides, it's golden penny pasta. It's non-sticky, so it doesn't matter.
But I want to cook it with meatballs mixed with pepper sauce and cheese.
Go ahead and enjoy your golden penny pasta just the way you want it. Golden penny pasta is made with durum wheat, which contains protein, and it's non-sticky, so you can cook, serve, and eat just the way you want it. With golden penny pasta, your way is best.
ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà mẹ́jọ jẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún 4 náírà ẹgbẹ̀rún 5 náírà lọ́nà mẹ́jọ jẹ́ yẹ́rọ.
jọ ibo ló ti rówó. owó kẹ̀ èní orí owó ìpè tí airtel máa ń fún mi tí n bá ti ra síìmù tuntun mọ̀ ni o. wo wọ́n tún ń fún mi ní ìlọ́po mẹ́jọ dátà fún wíwà lórí àtẹ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn àti ìfà ìlọ́po mẹ́jọ owó ìpè nígbàkigbà tí n bá ti ra owó ìpè. ṣé bó o mọ̀ pé o ti lè ra síìmù tuntun báyìí ní èyíkéyìí ilé ìtajà aṣojú tí airtel fọwọ́ sí. ìwọ ṣá ti lọ pẹ̀lú nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ ilẹ̀ nàìjíríà NIN rẹ kó ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Our oil sachet, 70 naira. Only 70 naira. I said power oil sachet now. 70 naira. Only 70 naira. Ogbonge cooking oil now. 70 naira. For a healthy family. 70 naira. Ogbonge cooking oil now. 70 naira. Power oil sachet now. 70 naira.
Power oil for a healthy family.
Power oil.
32 FM.
94.9.
Well, welcome back. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. And the program is Newspaper Review. Austin Idumo is still very much in the studio. Yes, talking about June 12, I think government should come and tell people to go about their normal businesses on June 12. And they should ignore all this fake posts on WhatsApp and all that. Mothers are very scared now, calling their children that
there won't be war. Let us not beat the drum of war, because it will do nobody good at the end of the day. What we want is a Nigeria that will work for everybody, a Nigeria that will accommodate various peculiarity in terms of our religious and ethnic background and interests. So we don't want war. June 12 should be an occasion to commemorate the Democracy Day, because it was a watershed in the history of the country. It shouldn't be an occasion to start fighting. Of course, some people will go out to rally, because if you look at the June 12th election, some of the things that the leading candidates and the leading party campaign against at that time, they are still very much with us. The Hope 93 was to end poverty in the country. But now, since then till now, poverty has multiplied again to the extent that we now become the poverty capital of the whole world. So what I think the government should do is to assure the people, let us disregard every fake alert. Someone also showed me one yesterday and I said, no, this is just fake. Let us disregard that. Let people go about their normal business. As for those who want to hit the street for protest, let the protest be peaceful. Let security operatives too be on the red alert. I agree, and I'm in total support. Anybody that want to threaten, anybody or group that want to threaten the peace and security of the country should be dealt with summarily and decisively, irrespective of where they come from. So let the government play their own part, and let the people also abide by the law.
All right, from the Nation newspaper, the Ibadan Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested 50 suspected internet fraudsters, also called Yahoo Boys, in Ibadan. You can see the picture of the boys,
Yes.
50 of them.
This is on the rise lately all over the country. Oyo State, they have been arrested almost on a daily basis. I don't know how that can be.
These ones were arrested around Alaro, Songo, Agbaje Jokodo, and Akwete, Aladura area of Ibadan.
You know, a case happened, I think, about 2 weeks ago, wherein they raided. Some of these guys, the way they live their life also is suggestive of the fact that this is what they do. Because if you work for your money, your hard-earned money, your sweat, there's a way you spend such money. An incident happened around Ologo area, I think about 2-3 weeks ago. These guys, they just they parked somewhere. They had to sit on top of their cars, pumping champagne on top of their car. There was no intelligence, nothing. The AFCC guys, they were just coming from a particular operation. When they saw them, with the way they were blasting the music, they stood on top of the car. They said, this cannot be ordinary. Anybody that has worked for the money and is coming back from work around 6 p.m. cannot be doing this along the road. So they just swooped on them and raided all of them. My own concern is that how well are these people being prosecuted? That is another thing. It is not just enough to arrest them, put it on the media, and at the end of the day you ask them to pay certain amount of money and you release them, it will continue to multiply. Some of their cars are being confiscated, some of them auctioned, forfeited in little amount. I understand and I know what I'm talking about. So it should not just be
That
to
does not
arrest.
become a case of Olegba.
It should not just be a case of arresting them, taking them to your place, confiscate, or you
They
take
now
all
auction a 4 million naira car for about 850,000 naira.
1.2, a Venza for 1.2, for 1 million. Are we fighting crime? So that's the issue. If truly, as we arrest them, we diligently prosecute them and serve justice on them, that will serve as a deterrent to others.
Well, I want to believe that these names that made it to the news, that made it to the headquarters of the AFCC, are just a few. Maybe some people had already settled themselves out of this public.
Dele, you now understand the point that I'm making. That is the way it works. When they arrest you, you have to settle yourself, and if you don't settle, you go. And even if you get there, you have to settle. You part with whatever you have. It could be a car, it could be anything. So if we want to fight it, we should fight it, and the government should also help us to fight it. Let us address the issue of poverty in the land too.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Adeshi Yamola from UI. Let's forget about a president slap now. See another day. Let's always be on our own security here. I want to comment on the statement secretary to our governor here that something will not happen again. If it happens, and somewhere in Ogun State, I heard that there is a replacer 2 days ago. It will also happen there. All these things now, they should be aware. What are they doing? Don't wait till somebody is giving you license for people to carry AK-47. I said recruit our guys from neighboring states. Let them be coding. Let them be moved from one place to another in that place. They can be there 5 years. Yeah, but it has to be determined because you'll be paying them. You must be paying them. Look at the first one they moved inside the place now. They want to come the mood where those were running to. The Nigerian army prevented them from searching for those criminals. What is going on? What is going on? That's the best of today.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mola. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Jim and Tayo. John and Jock is my name.
Good morning.
I have some points here. If the leaders blame Buhari for insecurity, that is because on his last the head that wears the crown, General Muhammad Buhari once demanded that Goodluck Jonathan resign on account of insecurity. Well, Austin has spoken about Hope Uzodinma, and that Hope Uzodinma did not make himself governor of Imo State. I align myself with you. It was the Supreme Court judgment that made him to be governor. And so there should be nothing. Those who are against him are mischievous and the ignorant perhaps of the law. But the government is saying I can't guarantee security. Now that he has confessed his inability to guarantee security in Imo State, let him resign honorably and hand over to his deputy to avoid the state of emergency being imposed in Imo State. AK-47 rifle for Amoteco comes. Let me tell you, how your also is doing it will be difficult for anyone to convince the federal government to allow Amoteco comes carry AK-47 rifle. Anyone having that thought now to bury that thought, because AK-47 rifles are only meant.
Hello.
All right, we didn't hear the concluding part of John's call there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Saturday. I'm calling from Monica. Like I will put it, we have a government that is not answerable to the needs of the people at all. A government that is turning ears to the other side, not knowing what the people are suffering, which I can simply put as a sort of democracy type of system running. To me, that democracy, the idea whereby all the retinue of ministers you have, all the chiefs of staff, all the whatever, IG and whatever you have, none of them is responsive. The National Assembly that we even put up, none of them is responsive. The man at the helm of affairs is not responsive. Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, comrade.
Now, in respect of massacres in Gangan, I told my friend who are very close to me that what happened at Gangan was predictable because on one of the interview granted to the son of Cherokee in one of the popular radio in Ibadan here, the young boy was already, making some utterances that is so obvious that there will be a reprisal attack. And I wonder why the sort of utterances that is so suspicious could be made by that boy, and yet nothing was done to beef up the security of that place. It was so boisterous and was so confident that he would definitely launch a reprisal attack. Now, that statement you should have sent a signal to our security apparatus that Igagas to be given a maximum security. But I don't know why the governor is claiming responsibility right now. Why a strong revelation has been made by that boy. Have a nice day, Tayo. Have a nice day, Austin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. We'll take a break for a message.
Set to fresh. I feel the freshness. I got the confidence. With the liquid fuel chewing gum, not Santa Fresh. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. I feel so fresh. I feel so fresh. I got confidence. Set to fresh. The correct chewing gum, not Santa Fresh. No darling with Santa Fresh.
Santa Fresh chewing gum. Trust the freshness.
This is what you hear on Sunday.
You were beautiful.
This is what happens before Sunday.
Where are the teams? One more slip up and you are out. Do you understand? It's rehearsal time, everybody.
Where's my dress?
Watch Countdown to Showtime, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the intense rehearsals, painful setbacks, and all the drama as the contestants battle for the ultimate prize on Nigerian Idol. Countdown to Showtime, only on Showmax.com.
As a child, I already know what I will become. As a kid, I already know that I am a star. As young as I am, every child dream is valid. Give me my Kellogg's, world's #1 cereal. I love my Kellogg's, world's #1. Give me my Kellogg's, world's #1 cereal. I love my Kellogg's, world's #1. Kellogg's, #1. Kellogg's is world's #1.
Enjoy the world's #1 cereal, Kellogg's today.
Take more calls on the program this morning. 0705 500949, 0809 7949. Those are the numbers to call.
Until we put national interest in mind ahead of our political ambition, things will not work well in this country. Let the federal government come out and tell us what exactly caused the banning of Twitter. Okay, we learned Malami has deactivated his own Twitter account.
Yes.
So many VIPs still have it, and yet they're telling us to, delete our own. I don't know, but
They want to send us to jail.
hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Joseph Oluwasego from Ibadan. The governor's acceptance of the responsibility is not tenable to me. How long does he going to continue giving us a lame excuse? Acceptance. If Buhari did that, Nigeria will complain. You should complain. They are tired of accepting responsibility. He should brace up. He should wake up from his slumber. He's too docile. Good morning.
Good morning. 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Babale Baramoti Bidafuni. Please, I want to ask a good question. Now, what you are doing for this audit institution, this executive, please, they have been punishing the masses, the people that are voting for them. What you have been doing for them, please.
I didn't get a question.
I didn't get the question too.
Oh, well. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Falodi from Pompa Irodo calling, sir. I think
what Mr. Austin has just said, he was saying something in this society. But are we actually in this society? Then again, you have read one news. We need federal constitution, not unity constitution or rigid constitution under federating unit state. It cannot work. That's why many people are now agitating here and there. We have to go back to the barracks and go and readdress our system. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Falodun. Austin, more people are clamoring for the revert to the 1963 Constitution.
Good morning, Mr. Tayo. Good morning, Mr. Tayo.
Good morning.
Morning. Please, I have one thing that our governor is waiting for Delaware to give him a license for AK-47. That's on a normal basis. Which the federal government will give him a license for AK-47 against Sudan. He should go ahead and do anything that can secure his people. God bless you. At the end of the day.
Right, 009-7000-949. You were asking a question, Dele.
Yes, 1963 Constitution. More people are now calling for revert to that Constitution. Chief Wale Lanipekun has joined his voice to those calling for the use of that Constitution.
Yes, the 1963 Republican Constitution accommodates our various peculiarity and also give room for opportunities and growth.
Hello.
Of the
Yes,
region.
hello. Oh, sorry, Austin. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. My own contribution is that to solve
What's your name, sir?
insecurity-
What is your name?
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name, sir?
Yeah, I'm Alaji Oluokun from Ibadan.
Okay, make your point.
Yeah, what to do to stop this insecurity now presently is for the governor to ban Okada riders from morning from 6 a.m. from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. If possible, there must be a coffee. Please, all these riders, there are hoodlums among them, and there are foreigners too, riding as Okada riders, whereby they are not Okada riders. Please, when Nkankan was raided, all these people came with motorcycles, with arms and ammunition. Please, tell the governor to ban Okada outright. That's our contribution. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think yes, that is strategic. If the governor can do that, we have always talked about this Okada, especially lately. Then we should also understand the peculiarity of those areas, the interland. It is not easy to enforce the ban or curfew in these areas. It's easier in the city center. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making, because even in the north, the bandit most of the time operate on Okada.
What if the situation of a place has become, radical? Then you need a radical solution.
A radical approach.
The other time, the governor said Okada, is filling a gap, in the state. When during the interview you had, when he clocked his second, we clocked 2 in office, and someone asked him about Okada in the state and said it's filling a gap.
Yes, irrespective of the gap, we said it yesterday that this also is like a means of livelihood for some people, but we can regulate effectively, like what he had just said now. Let there be a ban within so time for security operative to begin to enforce this. Since in Okiogun, in Ibarakwa, it suggests that they came in the night through this motorcycle. How were they able to move a convoy? It shows that security were not readily available. So let's make security available in terms of personnel in this area, and also ensure that we regulate their activity. If we put all of this together, we can move forward as a people. So it's not just enough to say, we condemn this, or it will not repeat itself, or I accept responsibility. Like we have said this morning, the governor must take a step further by ensuring that we walk the talk. We ensure that at the end of the day, people can sleep with their 2 eyes closed. Then the issue of reprisal too, we have to be very, very careful, because this reprisal now, if it were to be coming from the other side, I'm sure security operative probably could be deployed, high power security operative could be deployed by the federal government to ensure that it did not see the light of the day. Now we must understand and realize that our own security is in our own hand. So let our governor leave the federal government alone, develop local strategies, local solutions to the security problem in our various domains.
Thank you, Asuna Dumo, for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
My name is OLUTAYO OGUNADE. Thank you so much to, that's our listeners here, those who contributed, of messages and calls, and to the silent listeners too. We appreciate you. From me, have a great Wednesday, and bye for now.
My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Thank you so much for your time with us. Coming up next is Smart Kids Show.